Hello again. In this video, I'm going to speak about the lateral release. As a release, the lateral release has to do with plosives, with the release stage of the plosives. Remember that a plosive is produced in three stages. The approach stage, where the two organs of speech come together making a closure in the oral cavity. Then the hold or compression stage, where the air builds up pressure against the closure. And finally, the release or explosion stage. So, this allophone, the lateral release, has to do with the release stage of a plosive. So, let's see what this is about. Okay, so when the air escapes in the release stage of a plosive, it normally escapes through the center of the mouth. Yes? T, D. You open and it escapes, yes, through the center of the mouth. But in the case of the lateral release, yes, this allophone affects only two plosives, the T and the D. That is to say, the alveolar plosives. Okay? And they are affected when they are followed by the lateral. The lateral is the sound L. So when this happens, we simply lower the sides of the tongue to release the compressed air rather than raising and lowering the blade of the tongue. That is to say, the air will not escape through the center of the mouth, but through the sides. It will escape laterally. That's why it's called lateral release. For example, bottle. You see that the air escapes through the sides because you're preparing your organs to pronounce the lateral L. Yes? Let's see the examples. Sadly, L. Quite late, L. Little, saddle. Yes? As you see, yes, this allophone, the lateral release, can occur within the same word or at word boundaries, that is to say, between two words, except when there is a pause. For example, yes, here in quite late, if you have a comma here between the two words or a full stop or any pause, yes, this means you have a pause here, the lateral release will not occur. So what is different, yes, between this release and the inaudible release and the nasal release? That it affects only the alveolar plosives. Only, remember this, only the alveolar plosives, the T and the D. Not all the plosives, just these two plosives, okay? This allophone also occurs in Spanish. For example, words like atleta, Atlántico, yes, you have the tl. Yes, you do it naturally. You don't have to think, I have to do the tl thing. No, you just do it naturally. The symbol, as you see, is a capital letter L between the plosive and the lateral sound. Here is the formula for you, yes, to copy. Then the lateral release affects alveolar plosives, the T and the D, when they are followed by the lateral. And the symbol, remember C means consonant, is a capital letter L, a small capital letter L between the plosive and the lateral sound. Okay? Okay, let's do an activity now to practice, yes, all the allophones that we have dealt with up to now. In these sentences that you have here, you have to mark aspiration, yes, that is to say the little h, remember? You have to mark the voicing provoked by aspiration, which happens when you have a consonant aspirated followed by another consonant and results in the devoicing of the second consonant. Yes, that is a symbol. Inaudible release, when you have the consonant and you have this symbol like an angle closing the closure. The release. The nasal release, it's when you have a consonant and you mark the capital letter N between the plosive and the nasal. And the lateral release, when you have the consonant and you have a capital letter L, a small capital letter L, between the plosive affected and the lateral that follows. So, if you need to copy these sentences, just pause the video and copy them. Here you have a second group of sentences. If you need to copy them, just pause the video and copy them. Here you have a third group of sentences. If you need to copy them, just pause the video and copy them. Now, please work marking all the allophones I indicated. And when you're ready, when you have all your markings in your notebooks, then you play the video again and see the key of this exercise. Here you have the key of this activity. Pause the video to check your work. Here is the second group of sentences. Pause the video to check your work. Here is the last group of sentences. Pause the video to check your work. Okay, that is all for this video, and I will see you in another video. Goodbye for now.